Hi folks, we've been on a 3D printing binge here at Saunders Machine Works, printing a bunch of different quality of life improvements around the shop, including these Gridfinity insert bins that hold a pack of inserts, give us good information on the tool, and have a little pocket on the side to hold those pesky screws that seem so easy to lose. This is great because it keeps them all together. These bins look great when we have a contrasting text, and I was looking for the right workflow to print quite a few of these, and I learned a few things along the way about the interface between Fusion and Bambu, especially as it relates to multicolored prints. So method one, the way I've been doing this for the most part, is utilities, make. I've got my Bambu set up as my slicer, click OK, zoom in to your part, and to do a multicolored print, you need to choose plus on the filament. We'll add red as our second. This assumes you have a Bambu with the AMS. And now, as long as you've got the object click, you can choose this paint bucket over here for color painting. I hit 2 on my keyboard to switch to red, and then I switch to the height range option. I zoom in, and all I have to do now is click one of the extrusion depths of that text floor, and it gives me a really fast way to label my text red. The downside is it's also putting red at all the other layer heights around this part. So on the Gridfinity bin, you see it's on this lip here as well as the outside. I don't happen to care about that, and I don't think it looks bad, or rather it's worth the trade-off of how quick this is. A second method would be to switch from the height range to fill. You can now come in and click each of the text floors. This isn't that difficult if you have a few pockets, but sometimes we're printing lots of text, and this would make it a bit too tedious, especially since I don't enjoy clicking. I've got some tendonitis in my arm that tends to get aggravated if I do too much mouse clicking. There is sort of a hybrid way. Go ahead and use the height range option, pick our text bubble, and then you can switch to the sphere tool, change the size of the sphere, and the sphere tool can see hidden geometry or occluded features, unlike the circle tool. So now if you start dragging around here, oops, wrong one, hit 1, you could start painting away the red. Again, this wouldn't be worth it to me on these bins, but you'll see, did it get, no, you see it caught the RT there. But if you had for example, if you had 100 words on a part, that may make sense to paint them all red and then come back and switch them, paint the other areas that layer back. When I slice this, I have actually found no real meaningful difference in the print quality when I go to others and disable the prime tower. That takes away the little skyscraper on the back of the build plate for each level. It will save you 15-20 minutes of print time and a few pennies of material. But nevertheless, when we're printing quite a few of these, if I don't need it, I'm not going to print it. If your text is embossed up, I believe that's the correct term, instead of cut in, so in this case we'll say pause 0.01. Now we've got raised lettering. This works really well for the height fill option. And last, but certainly not least, there's a pretty cool trick, for lack of a better word, where if you want a little bit more control, here I'm going to create new bodies, but extrude it down 1/1000th or 10,000ths of an inch. So what we've got is an instance where you don't really have any difference on the, there's no depth to the text, if you will. And if we expand our bodies tree in Fusion, each of those individual things, example, isolate this, is its own extrusion. If you just go to Utilities, Make, and click your object, you're only going to get the extruded rectangle. You're not going to get the all the new bodies we created with the text of the word color in it, as you see here. But the trick when you go to Make is instead of picking the body, go up and pick the parent component, sort of your whole file, if you will. Click OK. That will bring everything into Bambu. Right-click on our object, split 2 parts, and on the left side of your Bambu slicer, go to the Objects screen, and now use your keyboard shortcut. I've selected the second one, hit 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oops, there we go, that should be 1. And now, doesn't look great on the screen rendering software, but if we slice it, there we go. A shout out to Spencer, Peter, Craig, Colin, and the many others that reached out and responded. I put out some feelers on the Business of Machining podcast when I was looking for a good workflow here. Another one that's definitely a good honorable mention from Justin over at PDX was, if we slice any object here in Bambu, As you scroll down on the right of the build history or the print progress, you can right click and change film at any point in time. So you can go back down here white and then switch it, say back to red again. This wasn't particularly relevant or helpful to me, but nevertheless, a really cool way of looking at how you can control the slice and color of your part. As always, folks, hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. See you soon.